calling out all you compulsive sports gamblers, especially you, because you know what's coming, the fall season. And with the fall season brings football, one of the most popular sports that people bet on. And many of you compulsive sports gamblers are probably dreading and fearing the football season because it means for so many of you being stuck in this endless compulsive sports gambling pattern. And let me also call out not just the sports gamblers, but also the compulsive day traders, the compulsive stock options traders, the compulsive crypto traders. Let's also not forget you all, the compulsive poker players. And then there's the compulsive casino players. Any of you that are watching this right now, if you have a compulsive gambling problem and you're tired of being stuck in this pattern, then you're going to really want to listen up and pay attention to what I have to say. Listen, not gambling is hard, but compulsively gambling is harder. The field of neurolinguistics has taught us so much about the power of language and how that shapes not only our thought processes, but our behaviors or actions as well. So it's how and what you say to yourself that really can have such an impact on your behavior. So if you're saying things like, I don't know if I could deal with life without gambling. Oh gosh, could you imagine not gambling? Do you know how difficult that would be? You're already entrapping yourself with that kind of self-talk because that language is powerful. And what you're telling yourself is this is inevitable. You are going to stay stuck in this compulsive gambling pattern, and there's nothing you can do about it. As I just mentioned earlier, not gambling is going to be challenging for you, but compulsively gambling and being stuck in that pattern is so much more difficult. You're basically imprisoning yourself. You're giving up free will and a sense of control for this thing. You're letting this thing control and dictate your life for you. The way that you really need to frame this when you wake up the next morning and you say to yourself, I don't want to gamble today, rather than phrasing that as some kind of wish, as if maybe, just maybe, the universe will hear your calling and will grant you a day of serenity and peace, and you won't fall into temptation. Or you can wake up and say, I'm not gambling today, and I can make that choice. And oh my gosh, how freeing and liberating it is to know that I don't have to gamble. Phrasing it in a way where you're basically looking at life without gambling as being set out free, right? Being freed from your prison cell. The language is so important here. If you say things like, oh my gosh, I don't know how I'm going to be able to live without gambling, you're already putting yourself back in the prison door and you can almost hear the door slamming shut. But if you say to yourself, I can make that decision to not gamble, and not doing that behavior is going to be so freeing. I'm going to feel like I'm in control of my life, and this is something I can do. And it's really not that hard because it's just about not doing something. That's really all we're talking about here. Isn't it easier to not do something than to do something? Just try to reprogram your brain every morning that you are going to choose to not imprison yourself that day and to really try to envision the day of just really being at peace and being able to breathe more easily and being able to not feel so distressed and uncomfortable. Literally deciding to walk out of the jail cell. Because listen, folks, that door to your cell is open. You just think that it's shut. And all you have to do is literally walk through it. Now, I know for a lot of you, you're probably saying, like, oh, yeah, it sounds so simple and so easy. Well, it's not so simple and so easy, but here is what is so simple and so easy: changing your language, talking in a manner that allows yourself to go on with life without having to do this thing, without having to do any kind of compulsive or addictive behavior. You do have that choice, and it can be done. But it all starts with each morning repeating to yourself that you have choices, you are in control, you are going to choose to be free that day, and you do not have to walk inside that prison cell and slam the door shut. This is Dr. Fields. If you're curious to learn more about my approach to helping people overcome compulsive gambling, please click the Learn More link where I will direct you to an educational webinar, free, that will go over a lot of very similar strategies and skills and basically will reveal the solution that I have discovered for so many people that I've worked with to overcoming compulsive gambling.